Moments with God, a time of reflection for every day.
August 3rd. When there was no evil. Our topic today: when there was no evil. For by him were all things created, that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones, or dominions, or principalities, or powers. All things were created by him and for him. Colossians 1:16.
Who is responsible for the evil that exists? Where was God while his creation was destroyed? What lies ahead for our world? Listen to our Moments with God segment, and we'll address these questions there. Have you ever imagined a world without evil, without corruption or violence? Wouldn't you wish you lived in a country like that? Well, that world existed many centuries ago, and God's promise is that it will exist again. But let's study from the beginning. Thousands of years ago, before our blue planet was called into existence, perfect and intelligent creatures lived in heaven, autonomous and capable of acting freely in their own decisions, and all voluntarily and without pressure decided to obey the great law of love, which gave them security and well-being, harmony and peace reigned, and the concept of evil was too alien and inexplicable for that world. There, to the sound of the chief musician, the holy angels joined in beautiful strains of praise to the King, and all enjoyed endless bliss.
The law of love being the foundation of God's government, the happiness of all intelligent beings depends upon their perfect accord with the great principles of justice. God desires from all his creatures service out of love, service that springs from an appreciation of his character. He finds no pleasure in enforced obedience. He grants all free will that they may render him voluntary service.
In those days, when evil did not exist, no one was forced to obey or respect God's law. If anyone wanted, they could disobey it at their own risk, however. Everyone freely chose to obey it, not only for their own well-being, but because they love God. You may not find it easy to obey every principle established. The law of the 10 Commandments may seem like a heavy burden, but the key to enjoying it is love. Through love, one can obey without feeling the burden of the obligation, and this is what God desires of every man and woman: service out of love.
Thus it was in the beginning. God created new worlds out of love, and he delighted in seeing his creatures reciprocate that love. This peace was interrupted. But God's plan is that at the end of the conflict, that harmony will be reestablished in the universe, and you will be a part of that world.
In the Apocalypse, we are told of a world without tears, pain, anguish, or sickness. It is the world where the children of God will dwell. As it was in the beginning, so it will be again, so that you may dwell there in perfect peace.
Thank you for listening to this audio. We invite you to share with your contacts and visit the website BibleWell.com.